A picture is worth 1,000 words is an adage coined in the early 1900s. This has become more and more true. Today, a picture contains so much information in a single document inside your phone or a computer at home. However, a lot of that information is hidden from sight and instead embedded into the image's metadata. Exif metadata is part of every single picture you take on any modern camera, including the one on your phone. Inside this metadata, you can find things like when and where the picture was taken, or it can also contain malicious code. Hi, my name is Vornite. Welcome to the show. Every time you take a picture with your phone, you create an image file that contains a plethora of information about the picture and the device with which it was taken. Information like where it was taken, when it was taken, what the camera settings were at the time of taking the picture, and so much more. The worrying bit is that this information is automatically added to your images by the camera itself without your knowledge. Even if you use a standalone camera, the Exif metadata gets automatically created every time you take a picture. This information stays in the file and can be seen by anyone with access to your picture. In social media, Instagram removes most of the Exif metadata of your picture when you upload it, but the original metadata is kept in their server. Even though Instagram may remove most of the metadata, this isn't the case when you email a picture or share it directly with someone else. To protect yourself, you can simply remove the Exif metadata from your picture by using a free photo editing tool like GIMP for your computer. If you don't have a computer available to edit the metadata, there are mobile apps available that can also do this for you on your device. These tools can be a double-edged sword. You can use them to remove your private information, or you can use them to edit the Exif metadata to hide commands in order to take control of a computer system. Software you might already be using for work can become a vector for someone to execute malicious code by simply having you open a file with an image inside. Office software suites like Microsoft Office have a feature called macros. Macros are a sequence of instructions usually used to automate certain processes like sorting a list of names in a given format. This feature can also be used to execute code contained inside an image file. You could be at work and receive an email from a recognizable source and you open it without a care in the world. In the email, you see the image of the company logo and completely disregard it. You've seen it so many times before. Inside a harmless logo, someone could have embedded macros instructions to execute malicious code. For a computer, a picture is nothing more than an elaborate data file which includes the Exif metadata. Through an attack known as Exif command injection, a hacker can gain access to your computer and extract any information about your workplace and so much more. This type of attack doesn't just affect Office software suites. It can also affect code repositories like GitLab. GitLab is a service that software developers use to keep track of the changes made to their project. It makes it easier to manage different versions of the software being developed and allows for developers to collaborate. Back in 2021, GitLab got hacked by exploiting the Exif metadata inside a user's avatar picture. This picture got uploaded to GitLab's servers, which then used ExifTool to extract metadata from the user's avatar and project logo image files. In this extraction process was where the attack was born. A previous version of ExifTool didn't properly handle user-created information and would simply execute the code contained inside the user's profile picture. This exploit allowed the attacker to gain the ability for remote code execution. With this ability, an attacker can run any sort of malicious code and extract sensitive information without triggering any alarm. No one would notice until it was too late. GitLab hosts projects developed by places like Lockheed Martin, which is a defense and space manufacturing company for the US, and Boeing, who is in charge of commercial airplane manufacturing. These organizations have information that can be very dangerous if acquired by a rogue agent. They could steal data related to national defense systems or how to remotely take control of a commercial aircraft. In the United States alone, there are over 13,000 companies and government agencies that use GitLab. In Europe, there are over 15,000 corporations and clients that use GitLab as well. Just imagine what could happen if someone got credentials to any of these clients. What manner of chaos could they cause? An innocent photo can be repurposed to create a vector for a supply chain attack. Hackers are no longer interested in hacking a single person. Why waste time on an individual when you can go directly to the supply chain used by thousands of companies and government agencies all across the globe? Luckily for us, this exploit has already been patched out in the latest version of ExifTool. But what about the people who haven't updated their software yet? How many of them are out there silently waiting for someone to inject malicious code inside a picture file? What other systems could suffer similar vulnerabilities? I hope you got some value out of this video and that you feel better informed about the risks related to an otherwise harmless image file. In the world of cybersecurity, you should always assume that your system has been breached. If you don't, you've already lost the fight against the hackers. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, my sources are linked in the description below. This video took a bit longer than I anticipated, but I'm glad I finally got it done. Again, thank you, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.